Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Mercury Retrograde in Libra twin flame reading for my dearest Cancers. So Cancer, Mercury Retrograde in Libra has us going over old ground and rediscovering things on a very deep level. We're going to look at how we do relationships, our habits when we're trying to build intimacy, and most of all, how to process emotions and make healthy adjustments within our lives, and especially on this twin flame journey. So what I'm going to do, Cancer, is read Divine Feminine on the left, Divine Masculine on the right, and then we're going to see what's going on within this connection during this Mercury Retrograde in Libra. Remember that when I'm using he or him, she or her pronouns, is that right? I'm not talking about gender. These are not gender-specific readings. I'm reading energy, okay? So we have the Divine Feminine in a state of confusion, illusion, maybe even a little bit of fear and anxiety there because she's not quite sure what to believe, or if she can trust her intuition, or is this really happening type energy, okay? The Divine Masculine is in an energy of reconciliation, so wants the Divine Feminine back. It can also be the Divine Masculine maybe reconciling with a karmic, okay? That could be creating this confusion. And we have Love Ignites. All right, interesting. So I do feel that this is the more so than the masculine reconciling with a karmic, although that may be for some of you. The love between you guys, there's going to be a restart. Now, some of you may not know who this person is in this lifetime, but it's when you meet each other, you're going to feel as if you've known them before because this is your other half. All right, so let's go ahead and see. We've got wanting. So this is Divine Masculine really, really wanting his feminine, wanting to get back together with the DF. I do keep kind of getting, though, with this reconciliation, it is possible that the Divine Masculine is reconciling with a karmic, even though he loves the Divine Feminine, even though maybe there was something that started, he could have run from the Divine Feminine to a karmic partner because he kind of freaked out, and now he's really regretting that and wanting his true Divine Feminine. But that's not going to be for all of you. That's just sort of a quick sort of side story. I'm going to read the story here that the Divine Masculine wants to reconcile, but the Divine Feminine is in her head about it, a little bit confused. Okay, so what she's thinking or feeling, the Four of Pentacles. So she's holding on to something that she needs to let go of. Now, it could be the past. It could be something that's happened between the two. Or it could be just, the Divine Feminine has been in a very solitary energy for quite some time. And so although, we may all individually want a relationship, but are we truly ready and open for it? So I feel like the Divine Feminine has achieved a level of financial, physical, emotional, spiritual security that she's really up in her head about whether or not she's ready for this connection. So how she's viewing the Divine Masculine, the Ace of Swords, beautiful, with clarity, truth. This is an energy of reconciliation. So she knows he wants to reconcile, or that he wants her, even if he's with somebody else. I don't know why that keeps coming back up, but it does. Okay, but she sees him in alignment. She sees that you guys are definitely connected at the third eye chakra here. What she doesn't see coming, Cancerian energy. This is forward movement. This is success. I feel like the Divine Masculine is about to rush the Divine Feminine. And what I mean by that is not rush her into love, but I think he's about to show up at her house, in her dreams, at work, whatever it might be. The Divine Masculine is coming. The Chariot card is this person, the Divine Masculine is coming for the Divine Feminine, whether she likes it or not, whether she's ready or not, whether she's confused or not. This is full speed ahead. This is his wish. This is his desire. He's going to reach out and tell her this, or he's going to physically show up in her world, in her energy. Final outcome, energy, and advice, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is a lot of communication. This is manifestation. I feel like the Divine Masculine is going to stop at nothing and winning back the Divine Feminine. The Nine of Wands is, the Divine Feminine here is in this Four of Pentacles, very, very empowered, very stable. But it's funny. I feel like I feel like there's been this time apart, whether you know this person or not. And for many of you, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And, the Divine Feminine has really built herself up and sort of maybe even sworn off of love or just focused on business and health and this and that. And the Divine Masculine is just coming rushing in, and he's going to break down those walls and those barriers so fast. Okay. And again, of course, we all have free will, and I'm not saying that the Divine Feminine is weak by any means, but it's like, I just see they keep showing me like a knife through hot butter. Like the Divine Masculine is coming, and he's coming in hot, and it's even going to take the Divine Feminine by surprise. Okay, but I do think there's a little bit of confusion about what are his true intentions, whether or not she's, the Divine Feminine is ready for this. Okay, but she's seeing things clearly. She's seeing him very clearly. So let's see what the Divine Masculine is all about. So what he's thinking or feeling, the Three of Cups, yeah. He's coming in this fun, flirtatious, wanting to date energy, wanting to reconcile. You are my happiness. That's what he's telling the Divine Feminine. He's seeing her as the Ace of Pentacles. So he feels like he's missed an opportunity or he made a bad choice. Like I said, for a select few of you, the Divine Masculine may be dealing with a karmic or in a karmic situation. He regrets that. But I don't think he's going to hold back very long. He's either going to put an end to that situation, or he's going to reach out and express exactly how he feels and what he wants. And he does not want his Divine Feminine to get away. Beautiful, beautiful. It's very clear, this reading. What he doesn't see coming, Temperance, that the Divine Feminine may give him the cold shoulder. There's also divine timing at work. So be careful, because I see that clock as well. It is possible that if you have this person blocked, or, there could be miscommunications with Mercury retrograde. I'm seeing that time might be bent. So there might be a message that you just never see until after Mercury retrograde. There could be messages that the Divine Masculine has sent, or vice versa, that just sort of get lost or get shoved into an inbox that you're not used to, or like a spam folder or something like that. Because I do feel that there's something here about the Divine intervening. The Divine Masculine is manifesting and I just feel like he's absolutely hell-bent on getting what he wants. But it may take longer than expected. The Temperance card too, if there's any doubts, he might be feeling like there is a little bit of doubt within him that he has lost the Divine Feminine or he's missed an opportunity, but his prayers are going to be answered. And it feels like it may be, he may reach out a few times and not hear back. Again, either the Divine Feminine is giving him the cold shoulder, or that's sort of the Divine not allowing this to come through, this communication. But then all of a sudden there's like a breakthrough. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of spontaneous breakthrough in communication here. And it's exactly what he wants, but it may not be exactly when he wants. All right, final outcome, advice energy, the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like the Divine Masculine may be in a little bit of an ego. It may be a little bit of in an ego energy. And I do feel like a little bit of a distorted energy where he feels like he can control the outcome, where he will control the outcome. And I think that's a big lesson here. Either that the Divine Feminine isn't as receptive to, to his advances or to his communication as he's assuming or as he's anticipating, or the Divine is really stepping in here to create some blocks until the timing is right. So the King of Pentacles in reverse is also somebody who may be a little bit too 3D focused. He could really be focusing on his coin and on his, on his foundation. He may be a little bit too attached to material things. I think when he's at work, he's really thinking about the Divine Feminine. He's planning this. But I do feel there's going to be a little bit of a monkey wrench thrown into his plans, either because the Divine Feminine doesn't reciprocate in the way that he's anticipating, or the Divine steps in. Okay, so there's an energy, there's a lesson here about patience for the Divine Masculine. And also he needs to be in this stable, patient energy to rebuild what what has been broken, because I do feel there may be trust issues within this connection. Or if you haven't been in a connection with this person, there's some confusion and trust issues because of what you've been through respectively in love and relationships. So what I'm seeing here with the devil energy, Capricorn, is this is what's being brought to the surface. So for some of you, and I kept picking up on that with the divine masculine, he may be dealing with a karmic situation. He may have chosen somebody over the divine feminine in the past. But I do feel like if that's the case, he's recognizing that he loves the divine feminine. And I think he's going to be stalling or putting an end to this connection, this karmic connection, so he can move towards the divine feminine. But just be aware, he may do that. He may move towards the divine feminine or express his love and feelings before he's ended that situation. So just keep that in mind. The devil in reverse here tells me that it's about really, really purging and releasing negative thoughts, behaviors, traditions, beliefs, ways of thinking that no longer serve, and making the right decision, what's healthy for you, what's best for you, and what isn't. And that comes to pretty much everything. But I also feel there's some karma being purged and released here between the two. So what needs to be released, we have the Page of Cups. So I do feel that there may be some sort of apology coming in. I also feel it's important the divine feminine question the divine masculine and his past, his motives, his intentions, holding back before rushing into things. Again, whether you know this person or not, do not rush into this or get too emotionally invested before you know what the divine masculine's true intentions are. Now, I do see that there's a lot of love, but I also feel that, there's still a lot of ego here involved. So, you want to make sure if you're the divine feminine that the masculine is coming at you correct. Treating you, holding you in high regard. And like I said, for some of you, he does need to put an end to a karmic situation before he comes towards you, and you're going to make that very, very clear. Okay. What's being learned? What lessons are being learned during this Mercury retrograde in Libra? Judgment. So using your best judgment, there's a major up-leveling. There's also divine intervention here. So like I said, some of you are going to find out that the divine masculine has tried to contact you or sent you messages that were just lost in space and time. Again, that's divine intervention there. The Judgment card is also about up-leveling, and I feel the divine feminine has been in an energy of doing that. We see that with the Chariot card, the Four of Pentacles, holding back, controlling her emotions. She's been in an energy of coming into alignment and clarity because she's experienced a lot of confusion, but she's definitely going through some breakthroughs. So using your best judgment, okay, and also there may have been an ending here for you guys that was, that the spirit called judgment on a situation if there was third party or if the divine masculine was in a lower vibration. Like I said, I think this divine masculine struggles with ego issues and material attachment. So that's something that really does need to be looked at. Okay. And we get the Two of Cups. But yeah, you guys are definitely coming back together. The passion, the love is going to ignite. I just see reconciliation all over this reading. The divine feminine may struggle a little bit with controlling her emotions too much. So just be aware of that. Holding back a little bit too much. But I do see that the divine masculine is going to do the work necessary to either, to get back in and under her walls and her barriers. Because I do feel that this is a destined connection with the Judgment and the Two of Cups, that there's a fresh start, there's a restart, or this is two people that are put on each other's path. We have that single candle flame, two become one. And I see that very strong in this reading. So the Tower in reverse, Aries and Scorpio energy. So there may be an energy of avoidance. Again, I feel like the divine feminine may be avoiding the masculine at this point in time because she's confused, because she's got some strong walls and barriers up, and maybe even some trust issues. Also, the spirit is telling me if there's been a separation here, that this foundation needed to come down, but it certainly, the foundation of the relationship can be rebuilt. All right. I feel there's a lot of passion for the divine feminine from the divine masculine. At a deep level, you guys are both wanting union and wanting each other, but just be aware of the divine masculine coming in really hot, really fast. And like I said, with this Nine of Wands energy, if he doesn't come in correct, I do see that the divine feminine is going to really hold back or block him. Okay, so just be aware of that. So we see vows. Yeah. So I feel the divine feminine, you recognize that this is not your first go around with each other, whether you know each other or not in this lifetime or you have met. But I also feel that the feminine here has really dedicated herself to up-leveling, to building a strong foundation, to being independent, to working, you know, she may be a business owner or just creating stability in her life, regardless of anybody else or, you know, a partner. And we get high priest or priestess. So the divine masculine is learning to trust his intuition. He may have also been consulting. He may even be doing a little bit of spell work, manifestation as well to bring the divine feminine back. I also feel the divine masculine has dreams of commitment, marriage with the divine feminine. Okay. But again, don't rush into things until you know what his true intentions are. All right. And then we get karmic relationship. Interesting. So for a lot of you guys, there is or there was some sort of karmic relationship involved. And I kept picking up on that in the beginning. Like the divine masculine may have wanted to reconcile with an ex in the past, and that's what pulled you guys apart. The divine masculine may be with some sort of karmic situation, and that is causing a bit of confusion, and also the divine feminine to really, really hold back. But we see that karmic situation is an unrequited love situation. So the divine masculine may be ignoring her or ignoring his karmic partner, you know, and pulling away from this connection as he's realizing his love for the divine feminine. I definitely feel that he may be avoiding, he may be just pulling his energy back from a karmic situation as he moves towards the divine feminine. He's definitely reaching out. So let love grow. So Spirit's advice for the divine feminine is allow this to unfold. There's a lot of love here. This is your other half, but the divine feminine is hesitant, is reticent, confused. So don't rush into anything until you're ready, but allow this love to grow, because this divine masculine wants back in or wants into your life. The divine masculine, compassion for others. So I do feel that one thing that may be sort of holding him back is his karmic relationship, if he's in one. You know, it's like he doesn't really want to hurt anybody, but he knows what he wants and what he needs to do. I also feel like it's important to show compassion to others as we're going through this, you know, because we never truly know what somebody else's experience is. So it's also about being loving and compassionate to yourself as you go on this journey. These shifts, these transformations, you know, nobody's perfect. All right. And we get sacrifice. What can you let go of? Yeah. So the divine masculine, absolutely. I feel this, and I felt this from the beginning, that the divine masculine is absolutely going to sacrifice a karmic relationship or situation to either come back into union with the divine feminine or to just come into her life. And he knows he needs to let go of this. And I feel very, very strongly that he will. Okay, so this is a beautiful, beautiful energy of reconciliation or coming into union with your person. Again, don't if you're the divine feminine, don't feel rushed into this situation. There is some confusion and distortion around the situation, but you know, Mercury retrograde is a time for not really taking action, but taking things slow and seeing things for what they truly are. I'll be back. So here we go. There's that reconciliation. That divine masculine is coming in. Like I said, hot knife through butter. He's coming in hot. He's coming in fast. Yeah, because he recognizes that this is a sacred union. And at the bottom of the deck, we get it's over. So if there was a third party karmic situation, this is over. And the divine masculine and the divine feminine, I see you guys coming together, reconciliation, up-leveling, coming together. Definitely for a higher purpose. And ultimately, this is a beautiful love story here, Cancer. All right, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.